All right. It's time for a little off-the-cuff video here. I'm just on my way to Aalborg to do a bit of boxing training, and so I might as well give my 2 cents to the situation. And yeah, as I have been stating so long, the situation is getting more and more preposterous as time goes by, and it's ever increasing, and the outrageousness, the social and political persecution of me, the introduction of directed energy weapons and electromagnetic communication systems like synthetic telepathy, which is being used all the time against anybody and everybody who find themselves in my vicinity. And as I have said so many times before, they have always been using false claims and allegations against me from claiming me to be a terrorist or a snitch or a sex offender. They have always been using these kinds of grandiose accusations against me without there of course being any cases in actual reality. And I have been proving time and again how this is true and how their allegations are false and merely proclaimed as justification for the social and political persecution of me. I have done this through showing my extensive criminal record, like this one I'm showing here from 2023, which is a criminal record that goes far beyond what a normal criminal record does, and it takes cases that go much further back, and it's also much more extensive. So even if a case hasn't been decided by a court, things could still be noted in one of these certificates. And as you see, mine, despite me being claimed as being the most prolific sex criminal the world has ever seen, a Jeffrey Epstein incarnated, or Hitler, or whatever they claim from day to day against me, as they justify their social and political persecution of me, none of this actually shows in any of the actual records. So they are going more and more away from labeling me guilty for actual crimes, but moving much more broadly over to the notion that everybody and anybody needs to consider me a threat to the populations and to the government. And since I'm supposedly a threat to the people, and therefore everybody needs to help the government defeat me. So when the government, through synthetic telepathy and other propaganda methods like Denmark's radio or the programs dedicated propaganda channels, they need to help the government plot against me. They need to help the government set me up in all kinds of ways, simply by claiming that I'm doing this, that or the other, or blaming me for the synthetic telepathy communications that are being communicated to anybody and everybody in my vicinity. So that's where we are now, and here in Denmark they're having quite great success with labeling me a threat to the people and the government. So people are literally considering me to be some kind of threat, and not so much because I have done something wrong, but because I'm proving something the government is doing wrong. And people have this notion here in Denmark that they believe in government very, very much, and now they can see that what government and intelligence agencies are doing towards me is a really bad thing, and I'm shining a light on that situation on an international level. Program is international after all. Then that makes me even more a threat than if I had done something, because I'm showing something precious to them to be lying, corrupt, authoritarian, and something that they don't want to believe in. They want to believe in that the Danish government is this epitome of a democratic society which lives by the rule of law, when it's anything but. So that's kind of why that I'm being considered even a bigger threat now that people know that I haven't committed any of these horrible crimes that they for years have been labeling me guilty for. But now the persecution against me is even worse, because I'm showing things for what they are. and so my life is in imminent danger, and of course I have to take all kinds of safety precautions, because anybody and everybody that I meet in my day-to-day life, going boxing training or going to the shops in Aalborg or wherever, they will literally harass, typically sexually harass people, and then blame me for it, and I'm the only person who is tangibly there to be blamed for what the government and intelligence agency or PET are doing through synthetic telepathy communications and the like. So they're always working towards having me hurt, having me set up, plotting against me, and this has never been any more tangible than it is now.